OG. This movie was one of my most anticipated movies for the summer, and it blew my expectations out the water. But is it for you? That's what me and you will figure out by the end of this review of Bottoms. Unpopular best friends PJ and Josie start a high school fight club to meet girls and lose their virginity. They soon find themselves in over their heads when the most popular students begin beating each other up in the name of self-defense. This movie pokes fun, celebrates, and flips the old tropes of the early 2000s coming-of-age raunchy sex comedies while still feeling current and fresh. I see clear inspiration from movies like The Heathers, Mean Girls, Superbad, not another teen movie, but having the makeup of something like Booksmart, which is current. This movie is only an hour and 32 minutes, and there's a lot packed in that short amount of time, and it goes off to the races from minute 1 to the last minute. Every single minute, depending on your type of taste and humor, will be laughing because there's a jokes by minute, big, small, personal gags. So many different things happen in this film where it's so self-aware, so self-conscious of what it's doing, but also still grounded in a story about, you know, companionship, friendship, and supporting one another. There were so many moments in this movie I was going,
all of you!
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that? Get everybody out of my...
Or laughing hysterically, just laughing out loud so much. I couldn't believe how funny the movie kept going and going and going, and feel like I didn't even get time to breathe. I was just laughing, and everybody in the crowd was laughing as well. And there were certain jokes maybe that didn't hit me right away, but other people got. So there's so many different things for so many different people. And this ridiculous premise: 2 high school girls starting a fight club so they could hit on the popular girls, most of them straight. And it's carried by Racehl and Ayo Edebiri. I don't know if I'm saying their names correctly, but I'm a big fan of both of those guys because Rachel's been in The Idol, Shiva Baby, Bottoms, where I first saw her, and she was great in that. And Ayo was in Ninja Turtles voicing April. She's been in The Bear, Abbott Elementary. She's been on a tear this year in terms of content, and I think this is them coming together, becoming this electric duo, and they do a great job together. So they play the stereotypical parts that you usually see men play in these type of comedies, like American Pie, and those best friends that's just trying to get laid. And it works so well because they commit to it. They don't try to make it like this is a girl version of it. They just commit to the stereotype really, really well. And despite their devious plot, they're very, very likable because they are little bottoms.
Could the ugly, untalented gays please report to the principal's office?
Guess that's you guys.
Not just sexually or figuratively, but literally just at the bottom of the food chain in their high school. No one sees them. They have no idea how to have social interaction with normal people, and they're trying to work their way up the food chain, and everyone can relate to a story like that. We see thousands of movies like that, but this is one of the ones that feel really fresh, like we haven't seen it in a long time. And them trying to find acceptance is what balances the outlandish nature of this movie, because this movie is super outlandish with many moments just being like so weird, especially in the beginning of the film, because it's just like unexplained. Like there's a shot of them in class and they're all talking about an event that happened earlier in the movie, and in the corner there's just a dude in a cage, and I looked at my friend when I was watching the movie with him in the theater. I'm like, why is he in a cage? And it is never explained in that moment, but later on it comes back and it explained. It just happens over and over where there's so many different things. I see it in the background, I'm like, what the hell? And then it comes back around in the film, and it's just so fun. So much is packed into it that you have to watch this movie over just to catch every reference and joke. But they're not on their own. They have a stellar supporting cast with girls and boys a lot like who are having fun. Jeff Galitzine, I think that's how you say his name, plays Jeff, the stereotypical over obnoxious quarterback, but he is having so much fun doing this. It's so funny how they play on the trope and make him so stupid and ridiculous. I couldn't stand him, but he was making me laugh so hard. And then his sidekick, Matt Fowler, was such a great presence in this film. He just kept popping up and he was just a snitch. like the guy from Recess. And it was just so funny every time he showed up on screen because he really committed to it. And then Marshawn Lynch. This is the second comedy I'm seeing him in this year, and he did a fantastic job in this one as Mr. G, as the student that signs off on the Fight Club. And he is just, his comedic timing is great. I need to see him like in every other comedy. This movie is raunchy, self-aware, satirical, very violent. Way more violent than I expected, but just has a lot of heart in it and lovable characters and so many quotables and so many big and small moments that's going to make this an instant cult classic for both genders. I can't see anyone watching this and not having this in the rankings of the great raunchy sex comedies that we got back in the day. In a summer with a full of great adult comedies that we've gotten back to back to back, this one stands above the rest. I really, really love this movie. I had so much fun. I want to share it with all my friends and make them see it. And if you're a fan of the early 2000 type of comedies that we haven't gotten lately because everyone's politically correct, this movie finds a way to be not politically correct but not offensive, which I think was really talented by the writers and the actors to do, where it's not politically correct in a way where they're trying to be safe. They say and do things that are crazy, but I think they made the right people say and do those things, and that's why it didn't come off offensive. And I really, really think that this is worth the theater trip with some friends to go watch because it's so fun. But if you don't get a chance to go see it in theaters because some other movies coming out around the time, definitely check it out when it comes out on streaming. You're gonna have a good, fun time. And with that said, I'm going to give Bottoms an A. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What would you personally rate Bottoms if you saw it already? And if you have not seen it, has my review pushed you towards checking it out? I implore you to do so because we need more movies like this. It was so much fun. Like the video, get this video popping, attack that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified by reviews, reactions, live discussion, and join this growing community. And you can watch more of my content right now.